Hey, Nathan Harrington of Nathan Harrington Coaching here. Today is day 8 of a 10-day no fear challenge that I'm doing on the F.I.R.E network, which is my online community coaching platform. And I wanted to share with you some of the things that I'm learning from it as we go through this experience with 25 other people who are doing it. There's really 3 things that I have noticed are just like an atomic bomb on fear and can be things that really empower you to take whatever it is that's important to you, whatever it is that matters to you, where fear might be holding you back, can take it to the next level. So those 3 things are community, reflection, and practice. Okay, so I'm going to go through each one of those now. So first one is community. So there is something about fear that makes it seem like that what we're dealing with is unique to us, right? That, our version of, what's wrong with us or, the things that there are for us to overcome. In our fear mind, there is something that it's like, I'm the only one, right? And, or maybe I'm not the only one, but, nobody is as worse as mine, right? Or as bad as mine. So there's something about getting inside of a safe and supportive community and when you get into dialogue with people, right? When you start to share and you start to hear from other people, you start to go like, oh, wait, it's not true, right? We actually all have different flavors, different versions of the same thing. So community allows for dialogue, and then that sort of, creates the space for compassion. There's a lot of birds happening right now. So, and compassion for ourselves and for others. So that's community. The second is reflection. So I'm calling reflection this whole category of things like bringing curiosity to your fear, right? Bringing, there's somebody in the challenge who keeps using the language investigate, like, oh, like you have an experience of fear, some body sensation, some thought. What happens if you kind of investigate? What if you kind of slow down and sort of poke around it a little bit? Sitting with your fear, right, is another sort of way of thinking about reflection. And my dad, who is one of the best coaches and humans you'll ever meet, Jim Harrington, he often says to his clients, you don't learn from experience. We don't learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on our experience. Right? If we learn from our experience, we wouldn't keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. We wouldn't keep, experiencing fear from the same things over and over again. Right? But there is something really powerful that happens when you stop and reflect, when you let yourself feel what there is for you to feel, and ask questions about what it is that you're experiencing. Right? Actually, kind of look underneath the dark places and see what's actually going on there. So reflection. The third thing is practice. There have been at least 5 people in this challenge who started off saying, I think I've mastered fear, right? Like I really don't experience fear much in my life anymore. I used to a lot, and but I really feel like I've overcome that, and I live a much more courageous life now. And that is great. And I actually can really relate to and identify with that a lot. However, all of those people have also said there's something that has happened in getting inside of this structure, called the 10-day no fear challenge, and where they started committedly looking at where they're being held back, at where they do experience fear. And they're seeing new things that they hadn't seen before. They're seeing places where they have been playing it safe that they didn't realize they'd been playing it safe. They've been seeing places where they're not going for things or not saying things that they would like to say or do, but fear has been holding them back. And what they're noticing, and I've been noticing this too, is that you've got to intentionally look for where fear is holding you back. And it's actually something you've got to practice. And in the practicing of it, you get new levels and new depths of capacity to be courageous. So, and that is a lifelong discovery. I've decided, right? Is that the moment you stop practicing something, then whatever it is that was that you were blind to before, that you were then sort of present to because you were practicing it, then goes back in the background and you wind up blind to it again. So, all right. So those are the three things: community, reflection, and practice. I hope that you can find some way to take any three of those things, one of them, all three of them, to your life, to what's important to you, what you're dealing with, and have it make a real difference. If you want more content like this, be sure to hit subscribe below and leave me a message in the comments. Let me know what difference this type of conversation is making for you, and if there's other types of content that you'd like to hear from me. Thanks so much and have a great day.